with the latest developments, geopolitical developments in the world, you can see that the security situation in Western Africa is deteriorating. We've seen several coups in several countries. We've seen the insertion of private military companies like the Wagner Group into parts of Western Africa. And all of that makes this particular conference very valid at this moment in time.
With Mali and the engagement of Russia and alternative peacekeeping forces that may not be ideal for the sustainability of democracy and also African countries in general. So we've come together in the conference to talk about these events, what is happening, what the future is, what the past is, as well as how Europe and the US, so the West, can engage with West African countries in peacekeeping and in security.
We are, as a liberal foundation, engaged in democracy building, educational reforms, social market economy, and of course also the protection of human and civil rights, but also in international dialogue. So security issues, peace issues, conflict resolutions play an important role for us.
Écoutez, je pense que c'est d'abord engager une réflexion commune pour essayer de voir pourquoi l'Afrique de l'Ouest est au niveau des conflits dans la nouvelle guerre froide, parce qu'il y en a une maintenant. Quels sont les moyens utilisés? Qu'est-ce qu'il faut envisager comme solution aux problèmes posés par l'insécurité, par le terrorisme, par le sous-développement, par tous les fléaux qui aujourd'hui affectent dangereusement les conditions de vie des populations et la crédibilité des États.
Yeah, I think there are two major aspects of this conference. One is the content that we're talking about, but the other one is also the networks we're creating. And very often we are in our small bubbles, and like this we bring together the different stakeholders from very different areas, and they get to know each other, get to exchange, and also, of course, can take ideas and form them into something new.
The idea of common effort is to gather as many stakeholders from different sectors as possible. Today, we really saw a nice representation of the different key actors, key stakeholders.
We have some government officials, which is quite nice, from the German government, but also from African governments, which I think is always important for conferences like this, because you want both perspectives. You also have academics, and you have various organizations from NGOs, which are engaging on the ground in different African contexts.
Because very often we find that political discourse takes place disengaged from what is happening on the ground.
Qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire pour renforcer cette coopération dans l'intérêt de l'Afrique de l'Ouest et aussi dans l'intérêt de l'Europe, non pas seulement par rapport à ses intérêts géostratégiques, mais aussi par rapport à la promotion de la démocratie, de l'état de droit et des droits humains en Afrique.
I would like to think that we can contribute to the thought processes that need to be taking place in order to create a better situation in Western Africa. But also, and that's less altruistic, we need to maintain our common effort community, because we will continue to engage with them in a variety of engagements, and this is just another step along the road that we collectively take.
I think one of the results that have come out of the conference is to rethink how military interventions are done with Africa. And I think a particularly crucial point is to think about how foreign military assistance can be integrated into African societies, so that it's not only the case that you have foreign actors coming into Africa and telling them what to do, but rather you have a situation where there's cooperation, and most of the cooperation is driven, hopefully, from the African side.
There are no simple solutions to conflict resolutions. There is, of course, always a security and a military aspect to it, but you will not have stable conflict resolution patterns and solutions if you don't engage civil society.